love technology. I have been talking this whole time, and my mic's been muted. So, welcome to Technology Sucks. I spent about 15 minutes before getting on stream trying to figure out a new Christmas gift that I got, which happened to be a new capture card for my PlayStation, or a new capture card. I've had some screen tearing issues with my old capture card, so one of the things I asked for Christmas was a new capture card. I connected it, it worked great with my Switch. It did not work worth squat with my PlayStation, which was very frustrating. I finally figured it out. Took a little bit. The coloration is not quite what I want it to be. I don't know. It's so like dark. I'm definitely gonna go look back at my stream to see if this is more just on my end or if it's actually in the video itself. But I'm hoping that it looks okay and that there's not a visual issue on your guys' end. I still can't believe I've been muted for the last, how long have I been? 10 minutes. I've been on mute for 10 whole freaking minutes. That's marvelous. Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm gonna have to download and trim this video. That's unfortunate. I still can't believe I've been on mute for 10 minutes. Technology is wonderful. Merry Christmas. I believe Hanukkah also starts this evening, so happy Hanukkah to anyone who may be around and celebrating Hanukkah. I wanted to continue working on this silly Christmas theme park, and so I am going to go ahead and just keep at it. Oh, now I'm all flustered. I can't believe I did that. Literally have been talking to myself. I mean, streaming is a level of talking to yourself, but I have literally been talking on mute for 10 minutes, so. Goodness gracious. Oh right, I forgot I made this a whole scenery group. No wonder I did silly things. People are disgusting. Just like throw their trash everywhere. Willy-nilly with no recourse. Okay, definitely gonna want to do a little bit of finagling of decorations, but that's okay. Didn't realize apparently I need to put trash cans over here, so we will add some trash cans. I'm gonna delete these palm trees because I don't want the palm trees clipping. I didn't actually want to bring as much over here as I did. But I forgot that I had grouped all of this stuff as a scenery yesterday. So we're gonna delete out a bunch of scenery stuff, and then we're gonna move this guy. He can just chill out here. Donut will have to move, but that's okay. Donut is still absolutely adorable. 10 out of 10. My favorite item in the whole game. Can I grab Donut? Thank you. Technology sucks. That is my PSA for the day. Technology's dumb. Don't trust me to know how technology works. Alright. Merry Christmas! I hope you have had a wonderful day so far. I've spent the last 10 minutes talking to myself with myself on mute. It's been great. So we're off to a really good start for stream today. And I got a new capture card so that hopefully the screen tearing doesn't happen. And I spent like 15 minutes trying to mess with those settings. So we're off to a great start. It's been really fun. apparently I need to put trash cans in the pool because people are buttheads and will just throw trash wherever. Which I guess, truthfully, that's pretty typical, at least of Americans. If we have trash and there isn't a nearby trash can, too bad. So I guess maybe I can't judge Planet Coaster too hard for that being the mechanic. But we need to add some trash cans in so this stops. Alright, got trash cans so people stop defacing my water. I also did decide that this lovely slide here needs... I missed mint. I was so flustered by the fact that I was muted that I forgot that it's supposed to be the peppermint patty, not the pepper patty. That's a little silly. My bad. Peppermint pet. Oh my god. Mint. With the T. There we go. Now we have the peppermint patty. That's what this slide is officially named. Okay. I am gonna fix the color of these paths because I still don't like the color of these paths. I think I've changed the color on these paths maybe 4 or 5 times. Because I keep getting upset. It's just, they're super, like, bright. The reds are incredibly aggressive. And every time I have to pick a new red, I, like, regret this silly idea I had of let's make a red and green Christmas park. Alright, that's less aggressive. For all of our eyeballs' sakes. Alright. At some point, I should probably decorate these rides. I wasn't feeling decoration yesterday when I started this park, so I was just sort of placing things. Then of course, I was like, wait, I'm gonna decorate a pool! So, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Got benches, got trash, and... why do people dislike my little Ferris wheel? It's only $2 to ride. It's only $2, people. Truthfully, I probably need scenery. The scenery makes a pretty big difference in this grand scheme of appreciation by everyone involved. Alright, I need some pine trees. Thankfully, this game has some pretty good pine trees, actually. We've got this tall, pretty dude. And we've got this guy. And this guy. And is that it for pine trees? Oh, there. Oh yeah, there's more. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. We've got this one and this guy. There's a little baby tree. Look how tiny he is. I guess he's not actually tiny. He looked tiny by the scale of everyone else, but he's still solidly 3 times the height of the people. He is not as tiny. I lied. He is not tiny. Okay. Pine tree. Oh, that's huge. Oh man, you want to take up space. That boy is who you need to call. Okay, I think those are my pine tree options. Don't think... yeah, definitely not that guy. This gives kind of pine tree vibes. Those are like large pine trees. I feel like my brain thinks pine tree just means tree where branches go mostly to the base, which is probably actually an appropriate interpretation of what a pine tree is, but Hubs and I have been talking about the possibility of doing a Pokemon Soul Link, which I think could be kind of fun. Basically, you play by Nuzlocke rules, which is where the biggest thing is if a Pokemon dies, it's dead. And so we've been talking about the possibility of doing a Soul Link, where basically what happens is if you catch Pokemon together, so if I catch a Pokemon and he catches a Pokemon, those two are tied, and if one of those Pokemon dies, they both are no longer allowed to be used in the playthrough. So we haven't figured out exactly the logistics of what we're gonna do. I've never done a Nuzlocke before. The only Pokemon game I've actually finished is I finished Pokemon Sword and Pokemon, or I had Shield? I don't remember which one I had. We played Pokemon Sword or Shield, and then I played Scarlet, and Hubs played Violet. So, but I thought it could be kind of fun to do a Pokemon Soul Link with Hubby. So, we'll see what happens. It's an idea we've been throwing around. We watched a video of someone else doing a Pokemon Soul Link, and it seemed kind of fun. Specifically, the question he said would be, is can our marriage survive a Pokemon Soul Link? Alright, got some trees. Let's do some chunkier trees. These are all, like, weirdly hovering off the ground, and I don't fully understand. Also, why do I have to shove the trunk so far into the ground? It's also frustrating. I really like the nature foliage. This game barely recognizes foliage as a scenery item, which is annoying. Okay, gonna get some more snow on the ground, because this game doesn't have snow, which is still incredibly frustrating. I want to be able to play in a snowy park. I don't know why that's so difficult. Twitch settings are being very frustrating. I think I need to uninstall the streaming software and completely reinstall it, and possibly redo all of the widgets and things. Every time I go live, it changes the category of Animal Crossing regardless of what game I'm set. I don't know why it's doing that. Is that EA technology? I was pretty happy. So we're not getting a white Christmas. Christmas. My phone gave me a little notification of a possible snow inbound. And if I get a white Christmas, if it snows later today, I'm gonna be so excited. But of course, I think Google probably just got my hopes up. And in actuality, we're not gonna get any snow. And so instead, I'm just gonna be excited about the possibility of snow and actually get snow. Let's see if this has picked up the scenery in this game. I think the answer is it actually hasn't. Okay, I got 300 scenery points. That's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. If I'm being completely honest. Alright, that does give me snow vibes. I'm actually pretty happy about that. You absolutely are. Alright, I gotta test something. I have created chaos. It goes up to that dude's knees. Okay. I just need to know if they stacked, and it does appear they in fact stack. This is definitely too high off the ground. Okay. Alright, got some trees, a little bit of snow underneath them. I am going to end up placing so many of these silly little decals. I complained to Hubs yesterday that there wasn't snow in the game. He's like, well, on a quick Google, someone says there is a way to get snow. And I was like, what do you mean? So then I looked it up, and they just took this moss decal and then recolored it to look like snow. Which is fair. It's a pretty good idea. It works well enough. I tried a little bit earlier while I was muted. 10 out of 10. But while I was muted, I was trying earlier to see if I could manipulate the terrain under the decals to make the fake snow have a little bit more dimension. But unfortunately, that is not in the cards. But that's okay. I think if we do a bunch of this fake snow and then the trees, I think that kind of helps to get what I want accomplished. So, it's literally the same decal I was just messing with. Let's try a different decal. There we go. This one should be good to sort of orient in place between here. So I can just kind of be a little chaotic with this. Fill the area in. I think I should place the snow before I place trees, otherwise there's going to be a bunch of fights with the snow trying to snap to the trees. So I'm super excited. I got a new capture card. It's when I bought the capture card that I've been using to play the Switch and the PlayStation as a way to shiny hunt in Pokemon Scarlet. In Pokemon Scarlet, they had those breakouts, I think they were called, and people were using a capture card with a color filter. So for example, if you were looking for Meryl, whose shiny is green, and its base form is blue, you could basically set the capture card to ignore blue so that the green would pop out or whatever. And so I bought just a cheap capture card to play with that to try and get shinies. It never really went much of anywhere because figuring out how to set up the color filter was more challenging than I anticipated. I spent a bunch of time trying to figure it out, and I just couldn't get it to cooperate. So, but that's the capture card that I've been using this whole time while I've been playing switching things. And I was able to upgrade courtesy of the in-laws, so that was a pleasant surprise. I did not expect to get the capture card from them this year. They got me, I wanted a stick vacuum. Yes, I wanted a vacuum for Christmas. My husband did not buy it for me unasked. So I specifically asked for a vacuum for Christmas, and so I assumed that was going to be my big gift this year, but they also splurged and got me a nice new capture card, so made me pretty happy. Alright. Has that done anything to this thing's scenery rating? Oh, it's at 301 now. I've gotten 3 whole scenery points, I think, for, what, 5 minutes of placing decals? I love game logic. Game mechanics are the best. No staff member. Alright, Resurgence is a ride. You can have a ride attendant. And another ride attendant. And another ride attendant. I'm gonna make my first 5-star. Oh yeah, I need to delete the swimming pool. Stop complaining about it. It's fine. Is there anything else I want to steal from here? I don't think so. I need to figure out... There's the tall diving boards and the short diving boards. And there's kind of a thing that basically is like, hey, you know, make sure your pool is deep enough for your diving board. But I'm not sure how to do a different deep depth of pool. So I guess maybe that's something I can play around with, is figuring out how to do different depths of pool. Oh, swimming, diving, shallow. Oh, you can do like a shallow pool? Oh, that's kind of cool. So you could do like a kiddie pool, basically. That could be fun. Okay, why have none of my janitors cleaned up this stupid trash? Do I seriously not have enough janitors? Please do your job. Oh, there was a janitor coming over to clean that up right now. It's fine. Clearly they're overtaxed. Alright. And I think we gotta go back to some snow. I do want to see if I can... I don't know if I can get the decals to cooperate with the ride. Oh, I can. Oh. Oh, snap. Oh, snappity snap. Okay. That's a game changer. Really hoping we get some snow this afternoon. That would be amazing. Okay, they do. I was questioning for a second if they couldn't go up those other stairs. It appears they can. Alright. Look at all this extra snow we're getting in here. There are people who have done an absolutely, like, some insane stuff of, like, a winter wonderland, and they literally just cover the entire island with these decals. Or, I keep calling it an island. Park. I've been playing too much Animal Crossing. Is really the long and short of it. everything's an island now in my brain. Nothing is a park anymore. I recorded a speed build and posted it to YouTube, and I was looking back on it. I definitely said island. I thought I said park. Oh well. No one died, probably. Alright. Oh, snap. Okay, that's actually coming together really well. I'm super happy about this. Okay. And get some trees. I'm trying to go for like manicured, but not too manicured. See how well that, that works. But hopefully that'll work out. Okay, this guy's really tall and skinny. This guy's a little chunkier. But I think it'll fit up front still, or are you too chunky to fit up front? Just place the Google Paths for a second because I want to delete this tree before I place this chunky boy. Definitely needs to come into the path a little bit more. That's a chunky beauty. I wish I could put lights on the trees. I know I can't because there's literally no Christmas. If there was Christmas DLC, I would have 100% bought it. Frontier missed out on some financial opportunities with me because I absolutely would have bought some cute Christmas DLC if it existed. If I got snow out of it, 100% would have bought DLC. Swimming pool is over capacity. Apparently there's a pretty high demand in this park for pools. Guess after I finish decorating these rides, I need another pool. Actually kind of hoping Cubby tries to take a nap. He's watching foosball right now. But I hope he tries to take a nap. He's been awake since like 2 a.m. Couples of marrying and insomniac. Coming together. Rio 6. I've gotten 5 whole more points. They put a lot of emphasis, it seems, on the non-nature decorations, which is a little interesting to me. Because truthfully, I feel like the nature decorations are a lot harder to put down. But maybe it's because there's a scenery rush and there's not that for the non-scenery. Definitely need some more snow decals. I want this guy. It's a good long skinny bunny. So it fits pretty well. Sort of tiled under here. So, I'm a little sad. So yesterday was Toy Day Crossing, and I thought it could be kind of fun to post a little video with Toy Day. And so I went out of my way last night. I played Toy Day. I went into my office and I recorded the video for Toy Day. Audio decent. I don't know why, but like the audio is really bad and decent. I haven't noticed it before. And I'm not sure if all of my crossing content or audio sync is really weirdly janky. But the sync of audio was really bad. And so I had to completely throw out the idea for something. So that was unfortunate. How are you looking? 315. What's your scenery rating? Oof. Oof. That is unfortunate. Well, I guess the time has come for more decals. I don't even know if the decals. Their steam score is 50. Resurgence is the like the ride I'm going most upset here. Resurgence is one of the like take you super high and just drop you. When I first started dating my hubby, we went to Knott's Farm together, and we went this style of ride, and I remember like being pulled up in the air and initially having a moment of like, oh god, what have I done? Because I don't actually like heights. I enjoy roller coasters, but I hate heights, which probably sounds backwards, but it's very true. And so as we started to go the ride dropped, and I immediately, my whole tune changed, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever! So, that is a core memory that will definitely stay. So, but yeah, I remember like saying out loud, oh my god, what have I done? This was a mistake, why did I do this? And then we dropped for the first time. It's like, this is the best! Otherwise, some of these like slowly raise themselves up. Those trees are so like insane. Oh my gosh, the little dude was just singing. Oh, is that you singing? Is that this dude? Is his job just to jump around and look silly? Ooh. Give him a $16 per hour raise. That's a lot. I have legitimately the worst posture while I'm at my desk playing these games. I need to work on that. I'm gonna destroy my back if I don't. Alright, back to shenanigans. Let's see. Well, it actually kind of does. Why not? I think I'm gonna put him here, but I'm gonna scooch him down a touch. So he's really high up there. He's like mega artistry. I am very curious if there's someone who has like taken one of those trees. There are circle shapes, and I'm very curious if someone has like taken one of those trees and put a bunch of circles in it to make it a Christmas tree. Okay. There are so many trees. Let's take this little skinny dude. Copy him. Make him stick to the ground. A little bit. Those. Rotate him a little bit. Rotate. All the trees. In theory, people have been the guests have been complaining about the wait time on this ride. And I think as I bump up the scenery score, it should help. And you know, the scenery score will have gone up by 2 whole points. Oh, I think I got 12 points from the last time I checked. Definitely need more snow back here. Oh, you're totally fine. Let's go. These little moss decals could be bigger, but this is literally as large as they can scale. I can't imagine how someone placed that many, like enough of these decals to basically cover an entire park. That's absolutely insane. It makes me wonder though, a lot of people play games modded. And I wonder if maybe someone has like a mod for Planet Coaster or something. I really enjoy simulation games, and there was a TCG Card Shop simulator game, and one of the content creators we watched play the game had mods for things like infinite hand size, because in the card shop you open the cards. You open a bunch of card packs because part of your business model is to sell singles. And he had like a mod that would basically make it so you can hold as many cards as many card packs as you want, and just like go ham opening cards. And he had a mod that like auto stocked his shelves and a bunch of stuff like that. So I wonder if people who do content where they all of the ground with these decals. If they have like a map, just push it. Makes that whole ground's covered. Just a little bit of surprise. I sort of imagine if it did actually snow, the first place that would get cleaned up would be these paths. Because they're a slipping hazard. Just a little chunk. We'll see. Alrighty. Trees definitely helped over here, but I don't know what's going on with the tree. I thought I would reset it. I thought it would flatten the foundation. Snow in the shade. Hasn't had a chance to melt yet. That's our backyard. Oh. I need to find this in the catalog. Or maybe I can like copy it and drag it. No, that's not the one I want to drag. Okay, I know the swimming pool's over capacity. You're fine. We've got advanced scaling. I want to split it from the building. Is the actual plan? So then I can use this elsewhere. Split object from the building. Perfect. Now I can put waving flags places. Oh yeah. Those are beautiful. 10 out of 10. Those are huge. I didn't realize how large. Oh, I see. These must be scaled. Yep, they're scaled to 150. Okay. I was floored at how large those are. Okay. That makes more sense as the normal size. Okay. Come here, you. Excuse me, I said come here. I probably need to rotate that actually, don't I? Just a little spin. Spin move. Alright, don't need to scale it. Those are super fun. It's kind of crazy actually, like how much just silly things like this can actually add to like the overall the movement helps a ton, which I didn't really think would be a thing, but it totally is a thing. And let's move. I want to put these over by the pool too. That's a bin. I want this. Thank you. Alright. What other trouble can I get into with this little dude? Okay, give her a little nudge. And then needs a little rotation. I want it to be kind of flat. Those make me think of like the floppy arm dudes. Guess what? Who can't leave? You are literally leaving. Whatever guest is mad at me is literally leaving the park. You need benches. Alright, people are complaining about not enough places to sit. You got it. Let's go grab a bench. I can handle a bench. Benches, benches, benches. Okay. Some benches here. And also do double trash cans. Put a bench there. Here, I'll put a bench closer so the other guy in your party can sit down. Not that he'll actually use it, but, you know. We gotta do what we gotta do. Excuse me, Mr. Camera. Kindly cooperate. Alright. More benches. The line for these changing rooms is always massive, and I don't fully know why. Do you just fit? Yes! Haha! Beautiful. Got some more benches added for people to sit on. I need to up this queue. The entire time I've been playing, that queue has just been insanely long. So I guess I'm gonna put that queue on. I want this. Thank you. I'm curious. Can I... Two, three. Can I grip this? And then duplicate it. Yes, I can. Interesting, it doesn't snap once I do that. That's okay, I think that's still faster than placing a bunch of these individually. that's going to be a path elsewhere, so I don't want to add anything there. I can definitely add... a couple there. Can even stick one here. I can do some, like a decoration piece back here maybe. Okay. Added some benches, so hopefully people aren't upset about lack of seating anymore. I think it is time to place a couple more rides. Everyone's complaining about a lack of pool space. So, I think over here, I already placed the giant rapids ride. And I know technically a rapids ride isn't a water ride, but I think maybe I'll stick, like, maybe a diving pool back over here. And then I can do another flume into it. So maybe we can start with picking... Huh. I guess the rapids ride does count as a flume. Interesting. Hello! I hope you actually got some sleep last night. But I hope you had a good day. That is a mega flume. That's giant. Just had the funniest echo that I just heard over top of myself. Okay. I like this guy. I wonder how far out that trajectory actually is. Good, I'm glad to hear you had a good night and a good day. I've added some trees. We've got a bunch more snow placed down. I'm using the fun little doohickeys. They make me think of those floppy inflatable guys. I think I want to add some more pool space. Let's see. I need to pick a flume I want to go into said pool though. If I do this guy here, does it clip with my tree? No. Seems fine with my tree. I could place this here and then do kind of a pool off of that other pool over there. So maybe I'll do that. Does have to be tested. I learned courtesy of a YouTube video. Apparently it doesn't matter whether there's a pool at the bottom. It just glitches out the it just glitches out the person if there's a if there's no pool at the bottom. So I should be able to test it even without a pool. So we are gonna fix some colors. I'm gonna leave the red, but we're gonna change this pink to green. I wonder if I do like all greens. The supports definitely need to be not. We'll go with the darker green. Okay. Carve can be opened. I'm gonna set it to a bargain. The bargain price of $12. I hope you were all completely ready for that to be the bargain price. Alright, I need to make sure there's space for this guy. Also gonna temporarily turn off the... No, if I don't do that, it's gonna give me trouble. So, okay, I'm gonna put that down, and then I'm going to turn off the path. Place that so that hopefully it doesn't break too much over here. And then I can turn the path back on. Oh, I do not want it to be a shallow pool. That's how people die. Let's go diving depth. did find out the last time I was playing this that going under the supports tends to be a little challenging. Maybe I'll continue to pull this way instead. Oh dear. What monstrosity have I just created? Okay. Why did the path stay? Really? I'm gonna delete it and mangle like that? Yeah, that's totally logical. It's fine. Sometimes you just have to accept that the game is gonna do what the game's gonna do. And that... Do we really have control over the game? Because the answer is absolutely not. Alright. This is using... I think that's the sandstone path. Okay. I will fix the path. Just need to get the pool up and operational. I'm going to delete out this chunk of path. Hi Samuel, I am doing well. I hope you have had a wonderful Christmas. No! No! Oh, come back. Thank you. Okay. Just deleting the thing that I just put in. It's fine. Okay. No! Stop it! Just want to delete that. Oh goodness. I need controls to cooperate, please and thank you. Can we not delete my slide this time? Please? Just want to delete you, and I want to delete you. Because otherwise, people are going to climb out of this stupid pool and onto my part, or onto the slide, and be like, what's going on? I can't do anything. I've been good. I've had a pretty good morning. I got a new capture card for streaming, which was very exciting for me. And I was able to get it set up with a little bit of difficulties, but I was able to figure it out, and having a pretty good day so far. I got a new signed Brandon Sanderson book from my hubby, and so that is now on my bookshelf, so I'm very excited about that. So all in all, it's been a pretty good night, pretty good day. Copy existing texture, please. And paint. Beautiful. I'm really curious about how these pool paths lay out. They're like weird long rectangles. It's just a rock. It's fine. It's just a rock. Oh dear. Why is there just like a giant rock? Ah, so it was one of those, the path is only available, or it's not a prefab. Well, I'm glad you were able to build your golf cart game, or your golf cart ride. And that it hadn't all disappeared. It's always the worst when I feel like when your memory fails you and you're like, I could have sworn this was a thing, and then it's not. It doesn't seem to be a thing. And it can be really hard to like figure out why your brain thought it was something when it really wasn't. This path is it's not obstructed. What do you mean it's obstructed? That's right, it wasn't obstructed. Thank you. That's something I really need to work on. It's something I definitely want to work on, is being able to build some good coasters. I've definitely been doing a lot of just prefab stuff because fighting with it is just not worth it. But I'm hoping over time that that's something that I can work on. Very fun. Alright, guess we can get the scenery out of the pool. Gonna grab this guy. This is literally just gonna be my go-to, I think, pool decoration. Is it a little matchy-matchy to keep using it over and over again? Yes. Am I in the mood to not do the same matchy-matchy thing over and over again? No, I'm not, so. Though I will fix this little dude. I'm so sad that this stuff won't go into the water and, like, they can't use them. I tried it, actually. Like, I thought maybe I guess I could try and, like, float it on, but I feel like someone's gonna yell at me. Someone being a guest, not one of you all. I would hope none of you would yell at me for trying to cutesy decorate the pool. Might have to kick you out if you yelled at me for something silly like that. Alright, come here, little donut. That actually kind of works. It doesn't bob with the water, but I don't hate it. Yes, the Mandela effect is... I can't ever decide if the Mandela effect is just humans being humans and the faultiness of our memories, or if sometimes there's actual truth to the Mandela effect stuff. Alright, I can do big diving boards on this particular pool. Grab some pool extras. I think I'm gonna make this diving board. I went white over on the other side. I think maybe I'm gonna go red. Assuming this isn't like eyeball burningly red. I think I can live with that. I'll get some mega diving boards. I did specifically make sure this pool was deep enough for the big diving boards. All right, how much are people paying for this flume? $12. Totally reasonable. I don't see anything wrong with that. And this one is $61. Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted to pay $61 to go on one inner tube slide, right? Also, what I want to know, these are double tubes. Oops, zoomed in too far. Those are double tubes. Is it $61 per person? Is this actually $120 for you and your friend to ride this one ride? That's what I need to know. $30 a person would still be insane, but if it is $61 a head to ride with someone between your legs, oh, I feel like the actual answer is it's legitimate. That it's, I would be shocked if it's not $61 a head, which is just absolutely bonkers. Okay, I'm gonna add another changing room over here, assuming it's not clipping too bad. It's kind of clipping into that guy. I can move that trash can, so that's okay. But if I put it here, it doesn't look like it's clipping. And then I'll move the trash can. There we go. Fill in that empty space a little bit without having to get too creative. I thought for a second that kid there was lugging around a donut float, and I got incredibly excited at the possibility that maybe they actually do use floats, but that kid is not lugging around a donut float. I just made a donut float in a really weird spot, and so now, as I'm copying this thing, it's doing slightly silly things. That's not on the ground. What? What just happened? Are you on the ground? No, you are also floating. Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster, can you please explain to me what the heck is going on? Boop, boop, boop. Now I have to go check and see which of these is floating. Curse you. It's fixable. It's just annoying. I don't know why that did that. Oh, okay. Alright, I lied. I do know why I did that. Oh, come here, little buddy. You can go away. And you can go away. Okay, that's why it was doing that. It's because I put these guys on top of the water. And so, in order for them to... They were the things that was flushed to the surface, not the chairs. Okay. I am going to do that, and that should fix any clipping that was happening. There we go. Alright. And then this one's gonna need a little thing, because it's ever so slightly lopsided. If you look, these chairs, they're a little bit further in the ground, but it's fixable. Alright. What's my pool rating look like over here? It's a 3-star pool. Oh, I can add wave machines, yes. What do you mean you have no flumes or water slides? There's a flume right here. Excuse me, are you recognizing the existence of my flume? Okay, that one's there. Why does this ride think it doesn't have a flume? Or why does this pool think it doesn't have a flume? That's so weird. That line, though. Okay, I'm not gonna try and determine why this game is being this game. Alright. Oh, wave machines make guests happy. So let's grab a couple of wave machines. I feel like wave machines in a diving pool is actually incredibly dangerous. It's going to up the rating of this pool, so I'm going to do it anyways. But I don't think you should have a diving depth pool with wave machines in it. That seems like a liability just waiting to happen. So, am I going to do it anyways? Of course I'm going to do it anyways. That is such aggressive water. That is terrifyingly aggressive water. Huh. Diving boards don't do anything for the scenery score. Interesting. I would have thought they did. Well, I guess good to know. Yeah, hopefully it goes well. Planet Coaster is definitely really popular right now. Planet Coaster 2 is. I don't know if Planet Coaster the original will gain traction, but hopefully it does for you. I have recently become incredibly acquainted with how much time it takes to put together videos for the web. And so hopefully it goes well, and that the time you put in is, you get paid off for the time you put in. I think that's the interesting part about trying to do like YouTube content. If you're trying to do YouTube content, it's a much more delayed potential payoff. I'm incredibly miffed that my Animal Crossing footage was went haywire. I'm sure it gets easier over time as well, and so I'm sure if you have a lot of experience like that, that it's easier for you. Alright, how's this flume looking? Are people happy with us? Okay, scenery rating is at 100%. Marvelous. That's what I like to see. Okay, so the scenery could actually be better over here. I have not had a video get a ton of views yet, but I'm cautiously optimistic that if I continue to put out decent quality content, that over time I will get a video that maybe gets a good number of views. So I'm trying to be hopeful while I'm building out my channel, that I can get people who want to come back, which is always nice. And hopefully videos get some decent hits. Well, thank you, Joris. I appreciate that. I think I probably can over time. It's interesting doing stuff like this. You know, realistically, some comedian said, I think it was a comedian, someone said forever ago, everyone gets their 15 minutes of fame. And, you know, the caveat was it's an average of 15 minutes, but that's because there's some people who get, you know, 20 years in the limelight. If I can build a modest size following, I'm totally down for that. I don't need anything crazy. I don't need, you know, I'm not chasing the people who have like, you know, 9 million subscribers or however many subscribers people like Markiplier and Little Simsy have managed to get to. But, you know, if I can get a decent following, that'd be pretty cool. And I'm cautiously optimistic if I'm consistent about it. You know, that it's doable. And, you know, technology upgrades help. I don't know if this actually helps the scenery rating of the ride at all. But it makes me happy, so this is what we're doing. We're doing snow. What's up, Benji? And I'm mostly doing it for fun. It would be nice to get a little bit of a payoff, you know, but I definitely I'm doing this for fun. It makes me feel better about playing hours gaming to have someone come join me and watch me in my silliness. And I will probably always just play whatever makes me happy. And I'll give options over time, especially if I get people who start to be a regular to my streams. I'll absolutely be like, hey, these are the 3 games I'm thinking about playing. You know, which one would you like to do? But you know, You know, I'm gonna play what makes me happy, and at the moment, Planet Coaster does. Do I think Planet Coaster is worth getting the game on the PS5 or not? So I do have it on the PS5. I am playing on the PlayStation. I have a capture card. You guys are seeing me like I've got the PS5 controller in my hand. I like it on the console, especially if you're not trying to do really heavy building. Doing the heavier building like I'm doing now is probably a little bit easier on the PC. You have a little bit more control with the mouse, though I played the original Planet Coaster on both. I played the original Planet Coaster on PC and on the PlayStation, and I definitely struggled with the learning curve on the PC with regards to the controls. And so I didn't actually play Planet Coaster on the PC as much as I thought I would. So I enjoy it on the console. It's really nice because there's a lot of pre-built stuff, but when you're trying to do shenanigans like I am of recoloring all of these buildings to green, this is just, so like if you look at this dryer, all I did was I went through and I took where are you at? You're one of the buildings that doesn't have an appropriate tag on you. Where is it? There it is. I took this building directly from the Planet Coaster game, just a prefab building, and I recolored it, and that took a hot minute to recolor. In fact, I did that off stream because I didn't want to spend a bunch of time recoloring the buildings. So if you're trying to do a lot of the really creative stuff, it can be a little bit more challenging, I think, to do stuff on the console. But I've been having a ton of fun. I had good fun yesterday having to explain to my dad what a streamer is. So I will say I have definitely not monetized on my channel. Hello, Sam. Welcome in. I'm doing well. So I haven't monetized by any means. I'm just having fun. I'm just doing my thing over here, hoping maybe I get people who want to come in and stop and chat with me while I play video games. But yes, the monetization is actually really interesting. And some of what I've learned about what it takes to monetize is actually pretty interesting as well. And every platform has like different rules for what it takes to monetize. And truthfully, I think the biggest way to monetize on Twitch is to do like ads and stuff. And I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll see. I don't know. I am a very long way off from getting to a point. You got a PS5 yesterday. Well, that's awesome that you got a PS5. I'm assuming that was for Christmas. That's super exciting. But yes, Planet Coaster's been a ton of fun. Even if you don't like want to get really creative, a lot of people have put a ton of stuff up on the Frontiers Workshop that you can just download. I built out this guy. Specifically, I took the Rapids ride, and I did a bunch of decoration on it. And so there's stuff like this all over the place where people have built some. Same Sam from over there. I see. You're double watching me. Wow, Sam. That's impressive. But yeah, so a lot of people have put some really cool content up on the workshop. So even if you get it on console, and you're struggling with some of the decoration stuff, there are a lot of people who have been incredibly creative. I will not claim to put myself under there. You have to like park builders. If you don't like park builders, I strongly discourage you from purchasing this game. But I love simulation games, and I love park builders. So for me, this game is this is everything I want in a game, frankly. These games just make me incredibly happy. I was curious if I somehow managed to have 2 Sams watching me and the 5-ish people, 4-ish people who are watching me. It seemed like an odd coincidence. I'm really curious if this has changed my scenery rating at all for this little buddy. 413. It's changed it some, I think. These decals aren't worth much. But trees are also not worth much. Come here, Mr. Tree. You are going to join under a flume. Is it terrible lighting? Would this tree unfortunately probably die? Yes, but you know, we can turn off realism sometimes. I should probably actually add like a some sort of amenity under here, but I'm not going to. Instead, trees. Well, thanks, Sam. I'm pretty sure so far the name of this stream has been Trees and Snow. And being muted for the first 10 minutes of stream. I don't know that I'll forgive myself for that one. I mean, hey, that's super cool that you've gotten to 7 downloads. Truthfully, like, some of the creativity, like, this bike is super cute. It turned out really well. Hey, you gotta do what makes you happy. And if streaming playing Planet Coaster makes you happy, then, that's what you should do. That's my 2 cents on it. I understand the people who manage to monetize their channel by playing what's popular and, by focusing really heavily on on what's the right thing to play to monetize your channel. And, I would be lying if I didn't say part of why I got Planet Coaster 2 was because I know drops are enabled over on Twitch, and so in theory anyone who hangs out in my stream should get some of those new cosmetics for the Planet 2 coaster game. So I would be lying if I didn't say that was part of the reason I'm playing Planet Coaster, but I adore Planet Coaster in the first place, so Planet Coaster is my jam. Yes, I'm very hip and cool, alright? Agreed. Well, because I think the content's better when you're actually having fun doing it. It's very difficult to mask if the thing you're doing doesn't make you happy. I think people tend to be perceptive enough that they will pick up on if you're not really overly enthused about the content you're trying to create. And realistically, unless you're like a Markiplier who's, monetized and made his millions, if not more, then I think at the end of the day, you should do what makes you happy. Oh, right. I love how I have palm trees next to pine trees. It's totally logical. There's no incongruity. Plus, come on, nope. Alright, time for the finickiness that is controls. I lost my train of thought because trees are stupid. Alright, we're gonna turn off stick to surface because it's being dumb. I need to put another staff building, I think. I think my staff's getting fatigued from all of the walking. Can I shove a little pathway? Can I go back here? Yeah, if I move that bench. Excuse me. I move this bench, I can shove a little pathway for staff, and I can put another staff building down. question is, did I make a show? My creations. Right? 100K would absolutely be insane. I genuinely, if I can get to like 200 to, like, if I can get to 500 subscribers, or not subscribers, just followers. Well, followers on Twitch, subscribers on YouTube. If I could get to the 500 mark, by the end of 2025, that would be, like, that would be absolutely amazing. And it would make my year. If I could just get to that. Like, I'm not even looking for anything too terribly crazy. There's, so I like Animal Crossing, is one of my guilty pleasures. And there's someone over on TikTok, and she has gotten to 50,000 people, or 50,000 like followers. And she's devastated at the fact that TikTok might be banned within the United States upcoming soon. And she's sort of just having to, like, rebuild a lot of what she's done. And, like, that would be absolutely devastating as you spend a bunch of time, you know, building your brand, building your channel, and then the platform just goes poof. So... I mean, you know, dream big. Dream your dreams. Alright, that staff building should be open, so hopefully staff... There are a ton of people in my park, actually. I only have a handful of rides. There is so much area to continue to cover with this silly fake snow. Oh my gosh. It's always funny how I convince myself things don't take as long as they actually do. Like, I totally told myself, I was like, oh yeah, I can make this cute Christmas part. It won't even take that long. We're like, let's see, how long have I been live today? I've been live for an hour and a half. I did 3 hours yesterday. So just on live, which isn't the only time I've worked on this park, I have spent almost 5 hours. I have barely scratched the surface on what I can do. I did kind of think I'm going to probably keep it as a relatively small park. I'm not going to go too terribly crazy, huge-wise. So I do think I'm going to try and keep it pretty small. Like, I'm not going to extend too much past what I already have. Maybe I'll do, like, a coaster over here or something. But realistically, unless I'm going to keep building this for a while, there's only so far that I'm going to be able to get in this. I completely understand. Yeah, getting to 100,000 would be super cool. How long did it take you to get to 10K? About how long have you been streaming? Alright. I do a little bit of snow under this trash can. Does that feel like snow or like a rip in the paint? Maybe a little bit of both. That's okay. I think there's a bigger one of these. Guess there's long, skinny guy. You've been making videos on your channel for 4 years. Oh, for sure. Yeah, everyone... Well, you need your big break. You need that one person who, you know, helps to really propel your channel. that one video that goes viral, and then next thing you know, you get a bunch of people who subscribe or whatever it is. So. But I feel like 10K followers in 4 years is pretty good. And, you know, I just want to have fun. I like excuses to play Animal Crossing for hours on end, which is really how this whole thing started. Is I was playing Animal Crossing obsessively and at unhealthy levels of Animal Crossing, and I was like, but if I stream it and convince other people to watch me, then I don't have to feel as guilty about wasting all of my time playing video games. You know, not doing the things you're supposed to do in life. It's fine. Who needs to cook and clean the house? That's overrated. There is so much snow to place. I've bitten off quite a bit by deciding that this this was what I wanted to do. Is that I decided to put snow everywhere. I feel like I've made a terrible mistake. Gosh, there are still massive lines for every one of these changing rooms. Can I, like, build a bigger changing rooms? You know, you gotta do what makes you happy, for sure. Is it overly healthy to, you know, play video games instead of doing your day job? Probably not. But, you know, sometimes you need a break. For your health. To, quote, who is it? Dr. Brule, Steve Brule. Rules. It's for your health. Oh my gosh, can we stop? The camera's dumb sometimes. I will say, I didn't think I was going to. I was definitely starting to doubt this ridiculous idea I had yesterday. But the trees really help a lot, actually. Yeah, I use a product called Restream, and so it's my same streaming software, and it's just kicking it out to 2 different platforms. Though Restream has been causing some issues with Twitch, specifically, it keeps kicking my category from Planet Coaster to Animal Crossing, and I don't know why. So I'm actually going to have to do some research. I'm probably taking tomorrow off. I bought myself a rather decadent chunk of meat to make for dinner tomorrow. So I will be making a lovely prime rib roast instead of streaming tomorrow. And I'm going to see about uninstalling my OBS software and reinstalling it, because for some reason Twitch keeps kicking it to the Animal Crossing category, and I don't know what it is about how everything's installed. I actually originally wanted to do TikTok and Twitch, but TikTok has limitations on when you can use a product like Restream to go live. And so when I originally tried to do it, it was like your Restream account isn't 30 days old, which means you can't use this software. And I was like, what the heck? So I have to wait until I've had it for a while. So I'm not sure if there's another way to do it. I just Googled how can I stream on multiple platforms at once, because I do know there's a handful of content creators who do it. But I figured if I wanted to build a brand and build a channel, the wider the net I cast, the better. You know, the more people you get watching, more likely they are to follow your places and, you know, engage with the content and all of that fun stuff. It is kind of interesting being on this journey and seeing some of the stuff that's like paid software to use and some that's not. So that's been interesting as just part of this overall journey. But it's been a ton of fun. I've been enjoying. I enjoy being able to engage with people, say hi to everyone, and have people people to interact with. I work full time in a data analytics role, and it's a full-time work from home job, and so I don't get as much social interaction as I once did. So having an outlet like this has been nice. Just to find random people to say hi to while I do stupid things like place 1,000,000 moss decals. You know, I think it's a generational thing, and I'm surprised. I guess you're probably on the upper end at 42 of kind of the gaming generation. I won't be surprised. I'm a little bit younger than that. I won't be surprised. Like, everyone I know games in some capacity. You know, my husband and I do. So we both do a ton of gaming. He's been playing Cult of the Lamb, which may be a Halloween play. We'll see. It does have combat in it, and I can be completely terrible at combat. But if people want to see me die a lot, you know, then Cult of the Lamb would be absolutely wonderful to watch me get my butt kicked by some silly things. But so he's been playing like Cult of the Lamb. I really enjoy a lot of the cozy games, Animal Crossing. There's a game called Cozy Grove, which was inspired by Animal Crossing game that someone put out back in 2019, I think it was. Maybe a little. No, it had to have been more recently. Maybe it's been 2021. So, you know, if I have to go in an old folks' home and there is not a way for me to do my gaming, I'm going to be a real miserable old person, and no one's going to want to be around me. I'm going to be that grouchy old lady who no one wants to be around. For sure, because if I don't get to keep my consoles and things, I'm going to be real sad. Because gaming's just a good stress relief. I do a lot of other stuff. I like to do arts and crafts. I crochet. I will do digital art. I drew my own profile pic. I had a little bit of assistance for the baseline, but I designed my profile pic recently, actually. So I'll do digital art. I've tried leather making, sewing. I do a lot of that stuff, but nothing can beat a lot of times the freedom that you get with gaming, and it doesn't take a lot, truthfully. So it doesn't take a lot to be able to game. Like, I love my Switch. When we travel, I almost exclusively bring my Switch with me because worst case scenario, I can just play it handheld. So I'm sure there will be, by the time we're in old folks' homes, I'm sure there will be a lot of capacity for gaming setups. If I get really old and can still make YouTube content, then people will not like me. That's not true. I'm sure there are lots of people in your life who like you regardless of your YouTube content. Oh man. Oh, I am jealous. A real life popcorn machine with a gremlin in it. I want to make, well, my hubby wants me to make, and I would like to facilitate him. We live in Colorado, and I really want to make him a cutout of the boys from South Park. And then we can use that as a Halloween decoration. And I haven't, or actually all holiday decoration, because they can have little costumes and things. But I haven't gotten around to doing it. But that's like a big thing. I always see the people making all of like the fun Halloween and Christmas decorations, and I'm incredibly jealous of them. Partially, I think I have too many hobbies, if I'm being completely honest. I'm sure my hubby would agree with me. I want to make online content until I die. Ah, understood. When I'm old and I still can't make content. I'm sure your content is great. If you're up to 10,000 subscribers, I feel like you probably are producing content that people enjoy. Though the hardest thing, I think, the interesting thing is trying to keep up with the times. As I said, I'm just mostly streaming for fun. I'm trying to play games, when they're kind of popular, if there's something I'm interested in. Though I am notorious for, I started playing the TCG card simulation game about a month after people stopped watching people playing that game. And then hubby gave me so much crap for it. He was like, you can't keep playing games after they're not popular. And I'm like, but that's what I wanted to play. I wanted to play Card Simulator after it lost popularity. It's fine. And he's like, it's really not if you're trying to build your channel, which is fair. But I think keeping up with the times is definitely one of the hardest things to do. I don't like jump scares. So I don't know. Horror games will definitely, if I play them, it will be a October only type of content. I will not regularly play horror games. I enjoy watching my hubby play them. The Dark Pictures anthology games are absolutely amazing if you like the horror choose your own adventure style games. The Dark Picture anthology games are amazing. However, I tried playing Until Dawn, and slight spoiler, not really, because it was about 10 minutes into the game, you make a decision about some stuff, and if you open a cabinet, a raccoon jumps out and gives you a jump scare. And I threw the controller at my husband and said, I'm done. I don't typically play horror games because I don't like being scared. But I love them for their story, and the Dark Pictures games are really good. I think Cult of the Lamb is probably about as horror-y as this channel will ever truly get. Alright. I'm starting to like this a lot, actually. She's growing on me. The trees really help to make that snow look less silly. Horror games have wonderful stories. All of the Dark Pictures anthologies games, Man of Medan, Little Hope, The Devil in Me, and House of Ashes. I have watched my hubby play those games so many times. The stories are wonderful. I love those games. As far as their story goes, their story is absolutely amazing. And those games are some of the best games. I genuinely enjoy watching hubby play those games. I just don't like jump scares. So, I would also have to figure out, I think, how to make sure that there's a suppressor on my microphone. Because if I was playing a game like that, there is a high probability I will genuinely scream And I may blow out all y'all's eardrums and speakers, which wouldn't really be fair to anyone watching if I genuinely let out an actual scream. So I love these little wavy guys. They're so cute. Yeah, that's what I do. I watch my hubby play them for sure. It's something that we'll do usually. This year was an exception, but the Dark Pictures have put out a game basically every year. I don't know why. How am I supposed to fix the pools being over capacity, guys? What am I supposed to do? Do I have to kick people out? Is that what you're asking me to do? Are you telling me I need more pools? There are so many people who want to use pools here. Here's the crazy thing. So can we talk about this $60 flume over here? So, in order to ride this $60 flume, you have to purchase a a pool pass. And if I'm not mistaken, last time I checked, the pool pass is $26. So in order to ride that flume, you are going to spend $61 to ride the flume and another $27. I didn't tell the flume to be that expensive. This is the bargain price. This isn't like a custom price. This is literally what the game says is the price that all of your guests will be willing to pay. All of my guests are happy to pay $61 to ride this ride. I didn't make that choice. That's just the consumer demand says they want to pay $60. And they want to pay $20 to ride this one. And this line is bulging out of this. Look at that. Look at that. I wonder when they have to pay. Hang on, I'm going to pause it. Let's see how much money this girl has spent. Where is it? She's been in my park for 14 hours. She has spent $105. It is free to enter the park, but it costs money to ride the rides. So she has likely gone on this flume and maybe this flume and paid for a pool pass. So I don't try to understand the logic of these games sometimes. But yes, only the rich can ride, Sam. If you're not rich, you must not be in my park. I haven't actually checked how expensive this one is. $18. It is cheaper to ride the rapids than it is to take this little guy. Can we see how long it is? I don't know how many seconds it is to ride. This is 8.69 seconds. So we rounded up, let's say 7 seconds. It's 9 seconds. So this is a 9-second ride for $20 versus this guy is I'll find it. This one is almost 4 minutes. So 9 seconds versus 4 minutes, and it's actually cheaper to go on this rapids ride. Why would you not go? Oh my goodness. This line for the rapids is full. This line is massive. Look at it. It goes all the way under here. It loops around. Go up the stairs. Over this hill. And the line is full. That's so crazy. Dang. That's legitimately insane. All of my queues are full. Wow. Free to go into the park, so I just tell them my friend is paying for it and then go down. That would be a workaround for sure, to just be like, oh yeah, the person behind me, they're gonna pick up my check, they're my friend. I feel like you'd probably get kicked out by security. Not that there's actually security guards in this game. But I feel like if you tried to be like, oh, I'm just gonna ride anyways, it's fine. I also don't know if the money is collected when you ride or if it's collected by like this thing. I feel like this little guy here is probably what collects your money. So as far as like the flume goes, I suspect this guy just spent his money to get in. I want to select him. Yeah, I think it's a sandbox mechanic. As far as like the lines being really overflowed. I just kind of am letting as many people come into the park. But I'm also playing with unlimited money, so I'm not really worried about like people leaving because the park is overcrowded. So because of how I'm playing, I'm mostly just here for the decorations and for the building at the moment. So I think I'm not too terribly worried. It's mostly just insane that people are like queuing up that long for these attractions. That just has me surprised. That's fair. I also don't think you can pull off your plan, Sam, though, in the game even. So I think they'll probably stop you. I don't know if you're able to say, oh yeah, my friend's doing. So what I've noticed they do is basically, like, if your queue's not long enough, they literally, like, they are policing themselves in this little line as they zigzag back and forth. I need to build out this queue more. I'm just not in the mood right now. I didn't realize this guy was extending out like this. I've never seen that happen on a flume before. That's a first for me, where the flume's sort of extending out like that. The flumes don't technically need a queue line to function. They can just connect directly to a path, I've found. And obviously I don't have an issue with Mr. $60. Though, whew, that line is getting actually super long. Like insanely long, actually. How's my scenery score look on this, buddy? We're at 470. Alright, we've made some good progress. This one they're starting to acknowledge it as decorated, which is good. I was hoping that would be the case. How is our swimming pool looking? Fully decorated. And the first Planet Coaster and the lines are full. No one can go into it. Yeah, it seems like that's a change that they made. I wonder if part of it is kind of to encourage you to, like, it lets you see if your queues aren't quite long enough. I'm sure the queues being as long as they are is actually because I need to add another flat ride. I think there's probably a lot of desire by these people to go on flat rides. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do a recolor of a flat ride. I really like this ride. I haven't had a chance to place it yet, and I really want to. So maybe I'll place this guy. You can go. This is not the space for that guy. Fine. I won't put it down. I already have a teacups. No, I don't have a teacups, actually. I didn't put down a teacups. Do I want to do a teacups? I could do an upswing. I upchucked on an upswing once upon a time. Alright. Could I get creative? If I wasn't playing on console, I might turn this into like a Santa's sleigh type of vibes. I guess I could still goof around and make it a Santa's sleigh type of vibe. Lots of rides in Planet Coaster also have names that they do not have in real life. Fair enough. They just have to come up with a generic name. I've only named one ride so far. This little guy is the Peppermint Patty. Because I said so. I need to come up with creative names for some of these other rides that are holiday themed, but for now, we're gonna do some coloring because we can. Alright, I want the entrance to be sort of... Oh, right, this is the stupid ride. Okay, I placed this backwards. It's fixable. Everything is fixable. Okay. Actually, I need to scoot this guy back. Because the queues all have to be at the front of this ride, because the stairs are at the front. So there's less flexibility when it comes to where this guy goes. Alright, the entrance. Yeah, the entrance has to be at the front. Okay, we'll do the entrance sort of centered on this. And then we'll do an exit centered on here. And we'll place some paths. Imagine you could not fix it though. Oh yeah, if you couldn't change the names of the rides, I think a lot of people would be very upset. I actually, at some point, I need to name the log ride I decorated, and I went through the process. It was tedious, but actually kind of weirdly fun. I think I'm a masochist is why it was weirdly fun. But I need to come up with a name for the Rapids ride. But I went through and I actually have everything set up. The reason this sign looks so silly is because I have all of the letters of the alphabet ready, and so I can actually change this sign tediously, but I can change this sign to match if I ever choose to give it a name. So, yes, guests can't reach upswing. I'm aware. Thank you, game. I'm doing things. I'm chatting. And being unproductive. Alright. I'm gonna just go to here. What? Why are you red? Hopefully when I start posting Planet Coaster videos. Yeah, absolutely. I would be surprised if you aren't able to get some people interested in playing the original Planet Coaster again. It's a good game. I do think there's a lot of improvements in the new one for sure. The new one has some pretty good new features in my personal opinion. I actually really like the pools. I think the pools are pretty fun. I think they're a good mechanic. So they added some new buildings. The pools come with the changing station because people have to be able to change. And then you can also get them to pay for dryers to dry off after they get the pool, which is kind of fun. How many people have used? 0 guests have used this dryer. Interesting. I wonder if it's the location? Or is it that people aren't willing to pay 90 cents? What if I stick it, like, back here? I wonder if people will use it if it's connected to the pool more. And we'll even drop the price. It's only 50 cents to dry, which I actually don't think is crazy, truthfully. Like, if it was a decision between 50 cents or go home sopping wet, I would absolutely pick 50 cents for some dryers? Absolutely. I think I fixed the toilets, right? The toilets are free. Yes, the toilets are free. Okay, good. I always love to play the first game of different game series for a Classic 5. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the classic games are fun. And I may return to the original Planet Coaster as well. I need to, at some point, I'm playing under my own profile again. I was playing under hubby's profile, but when I uploaded stuff to the Frontier Workshop, it had his PlayStation name, which does not line up with my brand. So I switched to playing under my own profile. But I need to play the career mode and really chase some of the platinum stuff. So maybe in the upcoming weeks I'll play a little bit of the career mode of the Planet Coaster too. We have lots of the retro gaming consoles. We have a PS2, a PS3, we have 2 PS4s, PS5s, and then we also have, I've got a Wii, that's like my original Wii, and I'm trying to think of what other retro consoles. We actually have an N64, and my Wii is backwards compatible to GameCube games, so I definitely know about the fun of retro games. I got my hubby a PS3 game for Christmas. So we know about the retro and the classic in this household for sure. When I'm not crafting, I'm gaming. So we definitely, my husband and I are both gamers. Him definitely more serious than me. I feel like most people would say my simulation shenanigans probably don't make me the world's most serious gamer. But I do want to work on it. I definitely want to try and push outside of my comfort zone every now and again. It's partly why I do think I'll give Cult of the Lamb a try come the holiday seasons. And thankfully, hubby has done a little bit of pre-screening because I don't want to accidentally, have nudity show up or anything. That would be incredibly awkward, and I don't need to get in trouble on on Twitch for things like nudity. That would be awkward. So he's doing a little bit of game pre-screening for me, but he seems to be having fun with the Cult of the Lamb, and I think it's something I might enjoy. Can't get past things like retro arcade games. I would definitely fail at retro arcade games, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think I could handle the retro arcade games. I'm definitely more on the unskilled side of the gaming. I can do the creative stuff. I like to think that I'm able to do, I like to think I'm not deluding myself, that this is actually turning out pretty okay. But other stuff less so. I didn't change the colors of this guy. Let's see. So I think I'm going to leave the brown, because I like the idea that this is kind of like Santa's sleigh. So I might do the frame as blues, which is a little abnormal, but if we go for kind of night sky, dark blue vibes, then it's kind of like it's Santa's sleigh going through the night. We could even maybe get in some yellow. Oh, what was that? Why did that change just the building? Did that change nothing else? Interesting. Huh, I didn't notice that before. Okay, and this guy's gonna be dark blue as well. I'm so confused what's going on here. Alright, whatever. Everything's dark blue. And then let's do a lighter blue maybe? For the top, and then a darker blue. Use this dark blue again. Okay, I don't hate that yet. Am I going to change it later? That is a genuine possibility, because the blues haven't necessarily been what I've been going for so far, but I like the idea that it is. It's Santa's sleigh going through the sky. For some reason, that makes me happy. Alright, frame area 3. I'm hoping this is this bottom fencing, possibly. Okay, getting more of those blues in there. What patterns can we do? Anything got starry vibes? Yes, right here. Haha. That's straight up stars. Let's go. Okay. Can do some yellow. Like that yellow. I'll leave it for now. I always reserve the right to go back and decide that things need to be different colors. Alright. Back to the snow. I'm sure this is incredibly thrilling content. I hope you guys all really enjoy me just putting moss decals everywhere. Everything is awesome. Alright. Moss and trees. All the moss and trees today. I wonder if anyone's made like a Santa in the workshop. Browse. Let's do a search. Let's see if anyone has made a Santa. Dang. Oh, she's cute. A lot of people have made some pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to see what this is. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. That's super cool. Oh, there's a Santa in a chimney. Oh, she's cute too. Is that yours? Oh my gosh, that's super cute. I like that a ton. That's super fun. Alright, now I just have to figure out how to find things, which is always debatable, as to whether I'm capable of finding things. Okay, I need to be in blueprints. Hey look, there's the Santa. Come here, you. Excuse me, controls. You must cooperate. Thank you. What's going on? Why is it doing this to me? Huh. Curious. Interesting. The legs are inverted. You assume I know how to fix that. What is going on? Okay, the legs are inverted. So, if I grab this guy and do one of these, if this doesn't work, I am gonna have to give up. Darn, didn't work. Well, no Santa for me. Instead, snow. All the snow. Come here, Mr. Snow. Attach it to upswing. Upswing's gonna get some snow added. I did try. I spent a whopping, I'll give it 30 seconds, but I made a valiant effort. I feel like I don't normally add trees to rides, but I think this ride, we're not gonna go crazy. I definitely am trying to rein in chaos, so we're not gonna do anything too crazy. But I do think this particular ride with kind of my vision for it, needs some like foliage going on in the background to help emphasize that this is supposed to be Santa's sleigh. So we're gonna get some trees. Slightly close to the ride. Gonna hide the pillars a little bit. I think though we should be fully in the clear. And I can even do some trees sort of up front. Especially since this particular ride is a one-way entrance. There's no real reason I can't like stick some trees up front, kind of blocking off a bunch of this. And actually, I think for that, I might need to change that back to white. Oh, terrible things. Alright, we got some trees. Got some snow. I need a little bit more snow though. Oh, I need to back out of here. Come here, Mr. Moss. I genuinely adore some of the creativity people have when it comes to this game. It is a level I aspire to be. I can absolutely re-download it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see if that updated itself. I don't know if it did or not. Okay, I might need to figure out how to refresh it. Plugging in the keyboard for this was probably one of the best things I decided to do. Okay, I'm gonna unsubscribe and resubscribe and see if that helps. There it is. Oh, I know where this needs to go. I know where this needs to go for sure. Whoop. Don't do that. It's gotta clip a little bit. Ta-da! Now we have a silly Santa stuck on the roof. Alright, is anything clipping over here? Oof, that tree might be a little close. Just a little nudge. Can we stop being relative? I just want you to be to the world, please and thank you. Okay. I think he's quite cute. Alright. Got some trees. Need more snow. No, don't attach to Sunflare. We're working on Upswing. So I'm leaning towards Upswing needs to be called like Santa's Sled or like Sleigh Ride or something like that. Do we have any suggestions? It's a good idea. It's super cute. The little, the swinging Santa legs is very cute. Undo, please and thank you. I think I wanted just a bunch of the bigger ones for the backside here. I don't want to spend forever placing a bunch of decals on the back half here. That's not the one I want. This one. Come here, please. I could put some of the smaller trees over here, actually. Because they won't clip. I usually try to minimize how much clipping I let happen. Alright, I should say, when I'm doing a serious park, I minimize how much how much clipping I allow to happen. Yo, yo, yo. Oh my gosh, can we stop doing that? Thank you. Snapping. back to doubling up on where you're chatting, Sam, I see. I've definitely learned that paying attention to chat while simultaneously playing a video game is definitely it's a skill. It's a skill I'm doing my best to work on. But there's definitely a learning curve of paying attention to the things people are saying and doing while also playing a video game. I've realized this whole time I've been thinking like, oh, maybe the snow's melting. This could be fake snow. This could be fake snow that they've actually like piped into this park because this park doesn't actually get snow. But they built a winter wonderland. And why is no one riding this ride? I'm super confused. Oh, oof. Okay, they don't like the scenery rating. I wonder if I can mess with some of the ride stuff. Is there any options other than swing? There's not. Woof. I want to go on the option. The excitement's decent. Prestige is the appeal and value of the attraction. Guests will pay more. The ride experience is only at 210. I wonder if I thought you could change the ride sequences and stuff. Do I have to close it first, possibly? How to step. What if I make it a little longer? Does that help with the guest? I see. I have to test it every time I do that. That's probably why I don't stream. I do like the possibility to zone out for a sec. I mean, You can zone out for a second, just talk to yourself, and then, you know, eventually figure out that people are talking to you still. I hope maybe having it go a little longer will maybe help with the overall ride experience. It was at 210 before. They don't like the scenery either, which, I mean, frankly, I mean, the scenery does leave quite a bit to be desired, so I can sympathize with that, everyone. Let's add some taller trees. Get some more dimension going on back here. I'm really trying to channel like the night sky vibes with this sleigh ride. Oh, perfect. No notes. 10 out of 10. Definitely exactly what I meant to do. Testing incomplete. Gosh, how long does this ride go for? Okay. I need stick to surface to stop being a thing. Alright. We finally stopped. Assume that means I can start it again. How does that help with the overall ride experience? Okay, that's at 255, so adding the 2 extra streams did bump swings, not streams, did bump it up a bit. So maybe people will be slightly more excited to ride. Also, that tree stays there until I'm done with the ride, BT dubs. I hope you all are not too terribly mad at me that there's an animatronic tree. Alright. Any guests are hungry? That's probably because you're queuing in lines for 4 years. Y'all are making terrible life decisions. You can't be mad at me that you're hungry when you're making terrible life decisions. Just saying. Alright. Let's grab Mr. Burger and Gulpy building. I think I have space. I don't think it'll fit there, but I think it can fit here. Not gonna keep the burgers and the Gulpies though. Let's do pizza. Chief beef gelatos, sushi, hot dogs, pizza pen. And to drink, let's do pizza and slushies. Okay. Oh, the voices when you open stuff are so good. And like weirdly sexual. I don't know why my toilets are becoming unusable. My janitors really suck at their jobs. Oh, I need to leave that space open. I need to extend that queue at some point here. Okay. Which is the one that when you place it, I think it's chief beef possibly, is real interesting. They're pretty good though. Okay, why are my bathrooms becoming unusable? Anyone using the dryers? No guests. That's super interesting. I don't know why no one uses the dryers. Is this the bathroom they said was unusable? Oh. What other bathrooms do I have? I thought I just had those two. Oh, I have one over here. Are you the one that's unusable? Huh. I guess they must have gotten cleaned. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of messing with some stuff. Okay. I didn't put a couple of signs on shops, and I would like to do that. Okay, Cosmic Cow and So Delightful. Welcome back, Sam. I feel like I should probably check and see if hubby wants me to get offline soon-ish. But I keep wondering if he's gonna pop in the stream and be like, hey, woman. Give me attention and love. Alright. Nope, that's the giant one. We don't need the giant one. Okay. Find a surface. Stick to surface. Cute little cosmic cow above that one, and then it's the So Delightful. Third one? I like the soda can. Are you gonna be giant? You're not giant. Perfect. And, ready for this? We're gonna get a little fancy. Gonna tip it. Just a little bit. And we're gonna give her a little nudge. Boop. Perfect. Look at that. Got the cute little soda and milkshake signs. This is in case anyone in here is illiterate. They see a can of soda and a milkshake. I also realized I can't change the colors of those signs. So if I want to put the signs on, I just sort of have to accept whatever color they are. So. Alright, and then over here I did pizza and slushies. Gonna edit this guy. Go find the sign for pizzas. Are you the... oh, you're the baby sign. Lame. Alright. It's fine. The pizza is almost like arrowing of like, this is where you pick up your food. I like it. Alright. Splash Emporium. That's not food. Slushies. Where are the slushies? Your soda. Your milkshakes. Gelato. Where is it? Ah, there's the slushie. Please be the good side. Yeah. Oh man, I should have filled this whole place with slushies. It's like wintry, icy vibes. Mistakes were made. Should have made it so people can only drink slushies in my park. Come here, you. Need more benches and trash cans. And I need to understand why no one's riding this new ride. I'm a little miffed, actually. I built you a beautiful ride. I slaved over it. for minutes, and you don't like it? You think you're allowed to just have opinions like this? That I build garbage? That is not kind. Gosh, like no one's riding this thing. That's unfortunate. And it's not because of the tree. No one may blame my tree for why they don't want to ride. I do need to pause it so I can take actually, no. I said I was leaving the tree until I was done. I am not done. Therefore, the tree stays. Alright, come here, you. And a little bit of a nudge. Just a tiny baby nudge. Okay. Need more trees. It's of vital importance to the design. Where's that really good chonky tree I was using? Come here. Alright. Okay, getting a lot more trees. What a view. What was that trophy for? Spend $50,000 on scenery in a single park. With what I've been buying, that means that it's mostly trees. That's a lot of trees, actually. Because the moss decals are only $1 a piece. And there's no way I've placed 50,000 moss decals. That would be a little redunculous. I don't hate it. I mean, I hate the one tree that I stuck to the ride. I should probably fix that. Because it's actually bothering me, so. Alright, come here, tree. You may go among your brethren. I just don't like my ride. Why do you hate me? I just want to give you nice things. Instead, you tell me they are garbage and refuse to ride them. What if I give you trees? I will fix all of the world's problems with trees. It must just be the kind of ride that people don't typically like to ride on. That's probably the actual solution, which is unfortunate, because I like Santa's sleigh. Oh snap. I can put these trees here. And they don't clip. Success. I genuinely think it's fun. I wish I had the patience to decorate like the boat itself to make it more sleigh-like. But I do not have the patience at the moment. Right? The wind's kind of crazy, actually. Like, it's bending these trees. Which is mildly insane. Like, it's bending even the bigger trees. Like, look at that angle. I know, I really want to make it Santa's sleigh. For surezies. But I don't have the patience to do that. I don't even think I'd have the patience if I had this on PC. That was partially what I found when I was trying to play the original Planet Coaster on PC, is I don't have the patience I thought I did. I get frustrated too easily. I made $183,000 today. I wish that was real money. Like, can I convert that to my bank account, please and thank you? Can you just wire that to me, Frontier? That would be wonderful. I love the average number of rides, and I don't know what I'm doing and why those numbers are 0 and 0.01. So. Alright. I don't hate it. It's definitely not a big money maker. That's okay though. The best foliage is the blackthorn bush. You can fully recolor it so you can make anything with it. Interesting. So what you're telling me is if I want to make a red tree, this is what I want to start. I don't really want a red... Oh, that's painful on the eyeballs. Huh. That's cool. The recoloring, and I don't know if it's true on the other platforms, the recoloring is just a little tedious. So I tend to lose my patience with the recoloring. That was partly why I told myself I definitely needed to I needed to recolor all of the shop shells before I started trying to build this park. Goodness gracious, I'm really good at words. BT dubs. I would give myself a 1 out of 10 when it comes to words. But yeah, that was part of the reason before I did the original stream where I was building this park, I told myself I needed to recolor the shells because, man alive, did that take a while. And I did figure out I was doing it the slow way, so I was able to speed it up a little bit towards the end of doing the recolors, but the recolors were slightly painful. Okay. How's the scenery rating looking on this bunny? Oof, we're only at 40%. You really don't like my trees. I like the trees. Why are you so judgmental? I'm gonna look and see if there's... Guests are desperate. What? What does that even mean? Guests are desperate? Guests are desperate for what? Okay. So they want another guest shops. Okay, so we want more gift shops, and we need another guest services, it appears. What are they desperate for, though? Can I please get an elucidation planet coaster? What are y'all desperate for? Alright, I'm gonna delete these benches out. Gonna go to my cute little blueprints. I think actually I'm gonna use my one from over here. Okay. there's that, and then I want a gift shop. Have I not put a single gift shop down? Oh, I might not have put a single gift shop down. Alright, fine. They may have a gift shop. Let's grab... I think we'll grab this shell. We can do double gift shops. If I place it here, I still have room to put a path between there if I want to do one. So I can do that. I'm going to delete out all of the foodstuffs. Then create custom. Grab a gift shop. What options do we have? We have hats, just a memento, balloons, and the Emporium. I think we definitely should do just a memento. And hats or balloons? I'm gonna go balloon. And the balloons, if you get the right color, which is red and green, it's gonna be cheaper than the wrong colors. Is there not a shop sign for the... There's the balloons. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. I definitely like feeling like I'm getting better, and I do think I've definitely made some improvements over time, so that's been a good feeling. Don't want that sign. Please tell me there's another option. Ugh. This is terrible. Those really my only options? What the heckity heck? Alright, you're getting shrunk. Like, a lot. Just a... Why does it not say memento? That's weird. I don't like any of these. These are all atrocious signs. Like, the rest of them have been okay. I haven't hated them. I hate these signs. Every last one of them. Alright, people have gift shops. Hopefully that's the thing they were getting desperate for. There are so many people in this park. Oh! Are we finally getting a little uptick of people riding? Nah, not really. I do think I'm going to call it around in the next 20 minutes or so. I don't want to fully neglect my hubby all Christmas Day. So, I will likely start to wind down a little bit here. Maybe I can finish off adding some decorations and trees to this ride. I actually wanted to see if... The real reason I started digging through things before I got the everyone's desperate notification. I wanted to see if there was anything sort of Christmassy that I could add to the sides of this guy. Don't really know what I'm looking for. Definitely not an octopus though. Miscellaneous signs. I think these are the ones you can just write on. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I wonder if... I've had arrows once upon a time, and I don't Well, I hope you're able to fill up the, finish out the part you're working on now. So hopefully you can get that done before other obligations call you away. I swear there was an arrow somewhere. I just don't know where it's at. Oh! That's cool. So the dark ride is like a Dutch version of It's a Small World. Alright. Yeah, that makes sense. I have been on It's a Small World once upon a time. It's been a while. I think the last time I went to an actual theme park was, oh gosh, pre-2020, I think? It's been a while, for sure. I may have to do some catalog digging later. I feel like there's definitely something I should be able to add to these polls that will make me happy, but at the moment, nothing's really speaking to me. Alright, trees it is. Come here, tree. I would like to copy you, please. Thank you. I don't know if I would ride on a ride like this, where the decoration was just a bunch of trees crowding the ride platform. I also feel like this is probably a bit of a safety violation, in that some kid comes running on the ride and gets distracted and just, like, beelines it for all of these trees, and then the kid is lost, and you, the ride can't continue until it is identified where they went in all of the random foliage I'm sticking down here. Alright, I can get actually pretty close to this thing. Oh, son of a biscuit. That's super weird. Why did the tree change like that? That's so strange. It actually would also be slightly terrifying to swing on a ride that was this close to all of these trees as well. So maybe in general I'm just creating a slight monstrosity. But nothing's clipping. This is like the forest in the park. I'm deliberately leaving this space up here open so that I can come back and I can extend this silly little queue. Which will happen. Probably, it won't happen today. I was gonna say probably won't happen today, but I can pretty definitively say it will not be happening today, so. I should be able to finish out a bunch of trees and stuff for this particular ride. So, my question for you all who are watching as I get ready to come off, do you want to see about someone to raid, or do you want me to just end the stream? I don't really have anyone. I've been lacking on the networking front, so I don't have any specific suggestions, but I can absolutely see who else is playing Planet Coaster today. And we can do a little raid if you would like. Okay. Well, once I place in the last 5 minutes or so, I'll hunt to see who I can find who's also playing Planet Coaster. Truthfully, I'm not sure how many people are streaming today. That's why hubby encouraged me to stream today. He said there was a good chance there would be. The big people probably aren't streaming today. And familial obligations and all of that jazz. There are so many trees here. Is it weird that I kind of like it actually though? This heavily wooded area that this tree or this giant boat is just swinging through. Gotta do what makes us happy, right? Pretty sure that's the motto of this stream. I really like the trees. They're adding the vibes that I want, which is, I think, part of what's making me happy about it. It was sort of yesterday, with changing the colors on everything and putting the fake snow around. I wasn't feeling the vibes I was hoping I would feel, and I think adding in the trees has helped to kind of channel that a little bit more, and that's making me happier about kind of how the park's turning out. So I am grateful for trees. This was Thanksgiving. I put them on my I'm thankful for list. Oh dear. I would like you to not do that, please, and thank you. Alright. I am gonna do a little searching. Let's see who else is playing Planet Coaster over on Twitch. Wolfie's Stinky Pig. Awesome. Well, it looks like someone else is building a Christmas-themed park, a chill winter wonderland park. So, for those of you who are still around, I want to say thank you for joining me. I've enjoyed chatting with you all. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and that you had a great Christmas and the remainder of your Christmas that is wonderful. I am going to be streaming again. I think I'm going to do, it should be on Twitch and my calendar, my streaming schedule, but I think the plan is probably like 1 to 7 on Saturday my time. And I hope I can catch you all then.